One of the things that I hear from salespeople all the time is about their goals. We all set goals, and we're coming up on a new year right now where many of you are going to set goals, and you're probably going to have a hard time accomplishing some of those goals, and you're probably going to give up because we've seen that. But I want you to fix that. I'm going to teach you today what's the top reason why people never hit their goals, and also to give you suggestions and some strategies that you can implement to make sure you fall into the category of hitting your goals. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist Podcast here on TSE TV on YouTube. I am your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist. And I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, as I mentioned in the teaser, we're going to talk about you, specifically about how to make sure you accomplish your goals. We're coming up on 2021, and everybody is excited for 2020 to go. So sayonara, 2020. 2021, we're looking forward to seeing you. And we got our arms open wide, and we're excited. And many of us want to make sure we have a better year than we did this year. But how do we do that? Obviously, people are going to tell you to set goals. You want to make sure you accomplish those goals. And I'm not talking about wishes or New Year's resolutions. None of that. I'm talking about actual goals that you can be accountable for, that's going to actually help you and help you to be successful and become better. That's what it's all about. Like when we're here in this life, we're here in this planet, we're here in this arena, this sales world, this phase of our life right now. And should be for every last one of us, it should be to improve. It should be to be better. If you're just trying to be stagnated and just trying to coast, then by all means, this is not for you. If, however, you're here and you want to do better, you want to improve, then yes, this is what it's all about. It's just all about challenging ourselves and pushing ourselves beyond the border and beyond our limits that we have. So let's say bye to the status quo and let's look forward to challenges and to opportunities. Now, if that's the camp you're in and you want to improve, let me tell you the reason why most people don't win when it comes towards their goal, why they fail at their goals. Number one, it is not a goal, but it's merely a wish. Not a goal, merely a wish. Let me give you an example from that. I want to be successful in 2021. That is so wishy-washy, and it's just like a wish all over it. Wish. It's kind of just go ahead and like tap your heels 3 times and see if that works. I want to be successful. I want to be successful. And it ain't gonna work. It will not work, and it has never worked. And here's the other part to that too. Many of you know that I'm a big fan of SMART goals. And SMART goals, obviously, they're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic, they're time-based. It's something that you can actually focus on. If that salesperson told me that I want to hit my goal of, say, $20,000 in MRR per month for the first quarter, then that one I would say, okay, that's great, because that individual probably have a plan. Every month they want to hit their goal of 20,000 MRR. Fantastic. That's possible. It's realistic, it's time-based, and it's specific, and you know what you're going to be doing. Now, here's a part to that. That doesn't generate a success in the long run. That doesn't help you to just win if it's just a SMART goal. The other thing that I see that ties back to people, the number one reason, again, it's all time. It's because it's a wish. So this is all these points and ideas I'm giving to you all fall under this number one reason, because they have a wish and they don't have a goal. When you break that down, now that you have a SMART goal, the next thing that I see is that people don't have a visual of that goal. So let me give you an example. You need to paint a picture so vividly. We think in visual. I partner with an organization known as the Pacific Institute, and they've been for 40 years focusing on mindset and about individual personal development and all that good stuff, right? And now we kind of like did this partnership where we're hitting the sales side, and they have this mindset piece, and we're seeing so many interesting things in the world of neuroscience, and now it's validating some of these behaviors that we do as sales professionals. But here's one of the things they point out is that we all think, like most of us think in pictures. If I ask you right now to close your eyes and think of a green apple, what happens? You start imagining or thinking or seeing this green apple, because we are teleological. We like to see, we're very picture oriented. We like to see these things, and we put those images in our mind. So let's say if that's the case, if we are putting this goal, let's say the seller is putting this goal of hitting 20,000 MRR per month. That's their new business development. They want to get $20,000 MRR, monthly recurring revenue, for those who don't work in that world. But let's say if that's the case, let's perhaps that individual put a visual of what that would look like. Maybe it's in their pipeline, or maybe it's the fact that it's, if it's a company, maybe it's in your bank account. You're seeing $20,000 coming in every month, or perhaps it's an agreement. You're seeing 4 agreements for $5,000 each, and you have those set up. Like, if that's the visual that you have, then by all means, then keep putting that visual there. Make sure you have it so vivid that you can't miss it. The next thing that happens is that salespeople don't put emotions, or individuals don't put emotions towards their goals. So we are emotional creatures as human beings. We all know that. We make decisions and we do things emotionally, and we justify them logically later on. That's why I haven't got to the logical stuff yet, right? But we are doing emotional stuff right now. So in that goal, how would you feel when you hit that MRR? When you hit 20,000 MRR every single month for this quarter, what's that feeling going to be like? And maybe you say, well, I'll feel, or I feel empowered. I feel excited. I feel, I don't know, accomplished. Whatever that emotion is, think of that emotion and have that emotion. So far you have a SMART goal. It's specific, and you got it measurable, and all that good stuff that come with a SMART goal. Next thing is that you have not only this SMART goal, but you have this visual of what that goal is going to look like when you accomplish it. So you have that picture that you painted in your mind. The next thing that you do, now you put some emotion behind it. I'm going to feel empowered. Gosh dang it. I'm going to feel like I'm the king of the world when I hit that number. So you have this emotion, you're feeding this to yourself. The fourth thing that I'll tell you to do is that you need to make sure you have an affirmation that ties to it. So the affirmation can tie back to that emotion. You want your affirmations. And this is one of the things, again, I learned from my friends at the Pacific Institute. I have their link down below. You want to check it out. And a lot of this stuff is things that we teach in our course that we put together. It's this put together. It's the sales mindset program. And I love it when we go through this course with individuals and we see them get the light bulb, just give them aha. Because many people are telling me, I already have a good mindset. But once we break them through those 12 modules, it's like, psh. But one of the things that we come back to in the program is just helping people recognize that those affirmations are actually, they're critical. So let's say if it's the MRR and we have that emotion that we have. So let's say my affirmation for something like that, I feel empowered because I'm able to, let's back it up, make it super simple. I feel empowered every single month when I hit my goal of $20,000 in monthly recurring revenue. Super simple, right? I am empowered. You can even shorten it. I am empowered as I hit my quota of 20,000 MRR every single month. So you have that visual and you repeat it to yourself over and over and over again. You have that affirmation. So you have the specific goals. You have not only the goal, you have this visual of what that's going to look like. You have this feeling of what it's going to feel like. You have an affirmation you tell yourself over and over and over again. Now, the last piece to this is that now we put a plan in place. So here's what I would like for you to do with a plan. The way I do this with teams or with individuals is I tell them to write out that goal, and then I want them to list as many little goals as possible that ties towards hitting that big goal. So let's use an example other than our MRR and come back to it so I can give you one. So let's say you want to bake a cake. Super simple. If I want to bake a cake, there's several things that I need to do to bake that cake. I need to, 1, find a recipe, figure out what kind of cake I want to bake. I need to, 2, get the supplies. Then I need to, 3, I need to make sure I have a kitchen that I could use, an oven, right? Then I need to figure out the quantity, how much I want to make. I want to make one cake, or I want to make a big cake for a whole team or whatnot. And then I need to follow the recipes, break all of those things down. So maybe there's 20 steps. So I do all of those things, and if I get to all of those things, by the end, I'll have a cake. So if I want to get to this goal of hitting $20,000 in monthly recurring revenue every single month, what are some things that are micro goals that I would need to do to accomplish that big goal? So perhaps I need to make sure I have a list of dream clients or an ideal customer list that I'm going to go off of. So maybe there's 150 or 200 different leads that are pulled. I need to make sure that I set apart specific time to reach out to them. I need to make sure I ask for referrals. I need to make sure I work with current customers and see if I can get opportunities from them as well. So you have all of these different things that you have listed out, and you have 20 different tasks. Perhaps you need to update your emails. You want to make sure you have some effective emails that are cold outreach emails. You need to make sure you have some good messages or some good things to say as you reach out to folks on LinkedIn. So you have all of these different little tasks that you're doing. Some of these are going to be reoccurring. You need to make sure you make the phone calls. You need to send the emails. You need to follow those cadence or those flow processes. So all of those different things, you have them and you list them out. Some of them that are reoccurring, you're going to put them out maybe every single day. I'm going to do the phone calls. I'm going to do emails, and I'm going to reach out to people on LinkedIn. Perhaps I don't need to build a list multiple times. I'm going to build a list once that I'm going to use for the next 3 months. Right? Those, different, maybe it's once a month, that you're going to build that list, and you have a list of prospects that you're going to reach out to or go after. So then now we have a plan in place. So you can follow that plan. You have a specific plan. And for each of those different little tasks, I want you to put a date next to that task. When you're going to do that task. So if that task is, I want to do phone calls every day at 3 o'clock from 9 to 11 or 9 to noon, then put that on that task. It's going to be reoccurring every single day from 9 to noon, 9 a.m. to noon. Then if it's going to be follow-up emails, then I'm going to send emails in the afternoons. I'm going to do emails from 1 to 2 o'clock every single day. That's a reoccurring one. I want to make sure that my emails are actually good. You don't necessarily need to do that every single time, but that one task, maybe I want to sit down with somebody else on my team or my manager and review my emails to make sure that they sound good and that they're actually effective. So you have all of those different tasks now. So every single day, you know exactly what you're doing so you can accomplish that. And the last thing that ties back to you hitting your goals is, one, you have the strategic goal that is a SMART goal and it's very specific. Then you have the vivid imagery of what that goal is going to feel like, look like when you accomplish it. You have the emotion of what it's going to feel like when you accomplish it. Then you went ahead and you created this affirmation. You went ahead and did this plan. And the last piece, the sixth thing, the last piece that you're going to do with this goal is that now you're going to focus on why. Obviously, this should have been there already, but this is one of those components, right? Why do you want to accomplish this goal? Is it just because to accomplish it because your boss said so? And this is probably the biggest piece of why people are not reaching their goal. It has to come down to what's known as a constructive motivation. Constructive motivation is pretty much you are in flow. It's a want to versus a have to. A have to or a restrictive motivational goal would be something like, my manager gave me a quota that I have to hit $20,000 in MRR. Yes, some people can accomplish it when they're given that type of motivation or that type of push. However, in my book, what I've seen is that it rarely really causes long-term change or long-term effect because it's not something that I want to do. It's being imposed upon me. And obviously in any organization, you're going to have quotas. You're going to have numbers that you signed up to hit. But there's a way that we can change that, though, as sales professionals. Instead of looking at it as a mandate, look at it as something that I want to do. If you don't want to accomplish that goal, then by all means, then you probably shouldn't be in sales, or you probably don't accept that position. But if you understand that, yes, my goal is to hit, it is encouraged to hit that certain number, but let's take ownership of it and say, you know what, I don't have to hit $20,000. I want to hit $20,000 because I know I could do that number. It's something that I want to accomplish because I know when I do this, then I'll be able to get the money so I can buy my new BMW. If that's the case, then put that as your motive. If that's your reason, that's your why, that's your purpose. That is going to help you to perform in your flow. Again, you're going to visualize what that's going to feel like. You're going to feel the emotion, what it's going to feel like. You can start thinking about the reward that you're going to get from it, but this is yours. Now, look at this. We talked about 6 things. We talked about the number one reason why people don't accomplish their goals. They don't have a plan. They don't have any of this. They don't have any type of focus. They don't have any type of a real goal. It's just a wish, and that's the main reason. But when you have this goal, when you have this plan, you do everything that we're talking about in this scenario, you're bound to hit that goal. You're bound to make that happen, and you're bound to see the success. This is what I've seen from the psychological side. This is what I've seen from the practical side. And this is my encouragement to you. As you prepare for the new year, as you prepare to go into 2021, do not make wishes. Stop making wishes. This is not like kindergarten anymore. You're not blowing out the candles out of a cake or anything like that. This is life. And you could accomplish great things because you're built to be great things. Inside of you, inside of each and every one of us, we have in us the power. We have the capabilities. We have the potential to do great things. Look at some people who are doing well. It's not because they're just superhuman. It's because these people recognize that they have within them the capabilities and they're able to unleash it. And you've been able to accomplish some great things over the course of your life. Look back on those things and see how you accomplish those. And I will guarantee you that you have some of these elements that we talked about today in that. Listen, I want you to be successful. I want you to be able to hit your wildest dreams and all of your goals. And I'm getting out of focus here in the camera. I want you to hit whatever vision or goals that you have. I want you to do that. I want you to have that success. And I want you to apply these things so you can see that. I want you to be able to take the tools and the tips and the advice that we give you and use them. Feel free to check out our sponsors and our partners. They give us some great tools as well, and they're going to help you in your efforts. I want you to find more of your ideal customers. I want you to know what to say when you reach out to them. I want you to close more deals, but most importantly, I want you to raise your level of thinking every single day and go out and do big things. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for listening, and please subscribe. Have a good one. Hey, thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video today. If you enjoyed the content, I ask you to go ahead and hit that like button, that thumbs up at the bottom right-hand corner. Also, to make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. This way, we'll keep you up to date with all the latest sales strategies, latest tools, and things that are going to help you to not only find more prospects, but to close more deals. Thanks so much.